A human being from birth starts building up in his consciousness the sense of being a person, a unique person with personality. And as he grows older, this personality starts taking shape with various characteristics, adjectives, especially because of relationship, of property, of the skill that he has, the name and fame that he can gain. And it is this personality which responds to the various challenges which he faces during the lifetime of the human being. And this personality thinks that it is permanent, that it has to continue after the death of a body. And so there is a speculation of what would happen to the person. So there comes the ideas of hell, heaven. And because of fear, the person creates a model of a god to protect him and creates models of rituals and offerings for his protection. So this personality is in fact the creation of the human being during his lifetime. And most human beings live a life in the superficial region of personality. But if you could see that the person or the personality is in fact fictitious and put together during the events of one's life, then it is possible to put the personality away. You will then see every human being without that personality. But until you put away the personality, you cannot see every human being. You will see every human being as a person, and the conflict which arises between individuals is because of this personality. But if you put the personality away, then you can see every person without the personality. Nevertheless, you will see that every human being is unique and has got idiosyncrasies and traits which are peculiar to that person. And it is these idiosyncrasies and traits which shape the character of the person, the skills, the talents, the fears, all that is shaped by these idiosyncrasies. And no two persons has to live according to his idiosyncrasies and build on the talents and creativity of those idiosyncrasies. So evolution has created these idiosyncrasies for each human being. So if you are able to see these idiosyncrasies among people, then having seen the differences and having seen that it is these idiosyncrasies which create the person, then you can go beyond the idiosyncrasies and see the commonality of the human. We may now call that as the human genome. That commonality of the human, of the simple human, is what you have become when you have kept away your personality and your idiosyncrasies. And being a simple human, you see every other human as such a simple human. And this simple human is driven by a set of forces which is common to all humans. And those set of forces are the craving and the search for experience, of fear and the search for overcoming fear, of loneliness and the escape from loneliness, of affection and the sorrow created by the loss of loved ones. So this set of forces is common to all humans. And it is this commonality which creates the idiosyncrasies, which in turn creates the person. And this is the totality of the life of the human being. So a person observing what is happening can say that inevitably, humankind will be in wars because of fear, will suffer because of loss of loved ones, will create models of heaven, hell, and God because he wants to continue. And he will find various ways of escaping loneliness through entertainment of all sorts. And a person seeing this will say, in what fashion can the human genome be changed so that the loneliness can be ended? he sees that the whole of mankind is caught up in this suffering. And within mankind, there is no effort that can change it. But seeing all this with clarity, a change comes upon that human being. And the seeking for experience of loneliness in himself has ended. And the human genome has changed because of him. And this change in himself produces change in others in the human genome. That is the revolution in humanity, as against the evolution of the human by the constant struggle of man. That evolution is what has produced visibly the changes which has happened over the last 10,000 years, but has not touched the human genome. But for a person to make a change in himself by seeing mankind as all of them caught up, by stripping it of personality and idiosyncrasies, seeing that every human is the same as part of the human species. That change is a revolutionary change. To be able to put all this in perspective is possible because we have the language of science available to us today, of evolution of the human genome, of the small genetic changes which take place in human beings. This type of speech was not available in Buddha's time. It was not available during the Upanishadic time. So during the past 3,000 years, people have made the change in the human genome but could not articulate what it was. Some of them said it is beyond words, it cannot be explained. So the struggle to explain the stage that they have arrived has itself created various models, and people are in total illusion as to what the great ones said. The speaker has put it to you in a simple fashion only because it's possible to put it today in that simplicity. And in order to understand that, all the speculations of the past can be put aside, and all the speculation that there is a self, that there is a soul, that the soul continues permanently, all that can be replaced very, very simply, not by models, but by actually seeing by a human who has put away both personality and idiosyncrasy. Can a human put it away? Well, Unless you try, you do not